everybody actually with whom we have the opportunity to visit together makes a distinction between the people of Iran and the government of Iran. The people of Iran certainly have a history of anti-Semitism. I don't think anybody's going to argue against that. I think nobody should. And there's an array of anti-Dhimmi legislation that involves anti-Jewish legislation that a non-Muslim's life is worthless, their testimony in courts often inadmissible, murders are punishable by lesser sentences, if any, there are discrimination in marriage laws. This is a long history. Having said that, though, the virulence of the government's anti-Semitism, which you're much more willing to discount than I am, perhaps because neither of us live within its reach immediately, seems to me extremely dangerous to downplay if you're somebody who happens to be close to the reach of the government. And I just want to give you some background. Not only does Iran publish the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, the government publishes it, the most dangerous anti-Semitic forgery in history, published by the government. They sponsored the Holocaust Cartoon Conference in 2006. Their president repeatedly calls for the end of Israel, not once. And very interestingly, in the editorial you wrote, it was republished in the Tehran Times, but they left out the paragraph that Jews left because of hostility, which not only suggests that you do give aid and comfort to the policies of the government through these, but also questions to me the policy of the New York Times that would allow a column to be republished if they did without a significant paragraph in it. And so
I also the Tehran Times did not pay syndication rights.
Okay, but
they stole it.
If they stole it, that suggests that if they went to the trouble of stealing it, it suggests they had a valuable commodity worth stealing.
Exactly.
I'm not going to speak for the editorial decisions of the Tehran Times.
You work for them.
They can do what they want, and if they want to edit it, that's their business. To your broader point, Iran is not alone in having a history of anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism, as we all know, has reared its head all around the world, including in this country. I am not, and let me say this very clearly, I am not condoning the grotesque statements of Ahmadinejad, the Holocaust denial. The guy denies there are any homosexuals in Iran. I mean, this is plainly a man whose statements can be grotesque. But Ahmadinejad is not Iran, nor is he even the whole edifice of Iranian power by any means. Khamenei is the most powerful authority in Iran. Ahmadinejad may well be gone in June. The people I spoke to think it's quite likely that Khatami could win. I just don't think we should obsess about the words of this man. I don't see evidence that, I see much more evidence of pragmatism in Iran than I see of lunatic wild behavior. When their diplomats were killed in Mazar-e-Sharif in 1996, did the Iranians invade Afghanistan? No, they moved troops to the border. They didn't invade. Have they been monolithic since the revolution? No, they've not. They've been very clever. They've been very flexible. As one of the gentlemen we had dinner with tonight said, these are very, very shrewd people. And I think we get lured into their trap if we simply attach ourselves to every word that Ahmadinejad says.
Not every word.
The fact is that you have the largest Jewish community in the Muslim Middle East living in Iran. Their conditions of life are more difficult than for Muslims. But for whatever reason, they have decided to stay. To me, that is a relevant fact. It's not the only fact. It's not the dominant fact. But it is a fact. It cannot be discounted. You cannot, on the one hand, say that they're publishing the Protocols of the Elders of Zion and they're bent on the annihilation of the Jewish people. Well, heck, they could start right there at home. They could start tomorrow.